Yo, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Kid Max, and today we got another one. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Kid Max in the building, coming to you guys straight off the press. Um, just wanted to give you guys my recap of the game of the Charlotte Hornets versus Boston Celtics. Wanted to give you guys a quick rundown um, of this phenomenal game that we just saw. Unfortunately, though, the Charlotte Hornets took a loss and were not able to make continued history tonight by getting 4-0 against the Boston Celtics in this overtime loss. But I think there's some positives we could take from tonight's game, as we're seeing Lamelo Ball's development and seeing him progress into an all-star player and learning his game more. So, um, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into the stats of the night's game. Let's get into the breakdown of what was witnessed tonight. Let's get into this breakdown. All right. So as you guys can see, it was a 140 to 129 loss for the Charlotte Hornets. All right. Very close game all game. As you can see, first quarter 33 and 33, second quarter 35 and 33, 26-31 third quarter, fourth quarter 28 and 25. And then in overtime, they were pretty much outran and they lost. They had a couple of bad calls or bad plays, unfortunate plays, and they just couldn't keep up afterwards. So let's go ahead and break down the play for the team, and I'll even talk about the Boston Celtics afterwards. So top scorers Lamelo Ball, top rebounders Mason Plumlee. Lamelo Ball is also the assist leader for tonight's game. But let's get into it deep. Let's get into it really quickly. I'm gonna save Lamelo Ball for last. Okay, Kelly Oubre Jr. 19 points, 2 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 for 10 from the three, 6 for 16 from the field. All right, Kelly Oubre played really well tonight. Kelly Oubre um, was very aggressive tonight, man. You know, was hitting those shots and just showcasing his talent and overall ability on the floor, and was being real clutch for the team tonight. And I think it paid off, and it's gonna pay. Or I think it's gonna pay off in the long run with this team. I think Kelly Oubre is a great young player, and I've been saying it all since the beginning of the year that he was underrated pickup. Getting a lot of hate early in the beginning of the year for Charlotte was getting a lot of hate from a lot of people. I was very surprised at the hate he was getting, but I think that's going to all change as people continue to fall in love with his play style and his commitment to the game and his passion. And I think it's going to all show itself throughout the season, and we're going to see his consistency go even higher. So great game from Kelly Oubre, and I look forward to seeing more from him as the season continues. Miles Bridges, my guy Miles Bridges, all-star rapper, all-star player. Miles Bridges got 25 points, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. Okay, 2 for 10 from the three-point line, 11 for 22 from the field. Miles Bridges had a phenomenal game tonight. And one thing I want to say about the game, like I'm not really just, it's an unfortunate loss for the Charlotte Hornets, but they played really well. There's I don't even think James Borrego did too bad. There's a couple adjustments that James Borrego made in regards to taking Lamelo out that I kind of disagree with. I think Lamelo may have sat for maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes too long, in my view. I think, I know I'm talking about Miles Bridges, but I'm gonna talk about this when I get to Lamelo. Let me stick to Miles Bridges right quick. Miles Bridges, played really well for us tonight. Again, he had 25 points, was shooting 50% from the field, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay, played really well, and honestly, gave us a lot of energy off the court and was making a lot of major plays for us. And Miles Bridges is going to continue to contribute for us throughout the year. And so I'm excited to see Miles Bridges continue to do that. Um, yeah. So let's get to the next one. Um, Mason Plumlee, 12 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds. Pretty decent night for Mason Plumlee. Looking forward to seeing how he continues forward with the team. I like his chemistry with Lamelo, and I like how he's playing. I think he's gonna up his game a little bit more. But this the NBA, so every night counts. But the teams aren't going to start catching their real stride. We're not going to start seeing real separation in the league until a month and a half from now, 2 months from now. Quite frankly, this whole season's legendary season. So every team is and they just saw Milwaukee win the chip. So everybody's motivated. It feels like they can win. But real character, real discipline, and real commitment to the game is going to show itself in the next 2.5 months when these players are a bit more banged up and they're in their regular lives again, but they're dealing with their basketball schedule. That's when we're going to start to see how these things are affecting them on and off the court, and how they're able to maintain their play throughout the year, throughout going through adversity in game and in life. All right, but yeah, good game for Mason Plumlee. Wish he could be better at his free throws, but overall, good game from him, and I like that he's aggressive, and I'm looking forward to seeing uh, him and Lamelo's chemistry develop further in the future. Gordon Hayward, 15 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 for 5 from three, 5 for 12 from the field. Gordon Hayward had a decent game tonight. Was aggressive. Was playing hard. And again, just certain things didn't go their way tonight. He had that bad outlet pass to Lamelo. I know that pretty got they. I think that got the team kind of down a little bit, but they brought themselves back up. And then he had a great deflection right after that from an inbound play where he was defending. So he made up for that play right afterwards. Um, but yeah, good game from Gordon Hayward. Like I said, I like Gordon Hayward. He's very consistent, and it's obvious that he is the next go-to guy after Lamelo. Um, and I like the chemistry that I'm seeing develop between him and Lamelo slowly but surely. And I think it's something to keep our eyes on because, this is the second year, and last year, there was a lot of stuff going on with the team that, everybody wasn't passing to each other. There's some things going on that we could say, you know, they weren't really open to LaMelo directly straight away. But this year is looking different. Towards the end of that last year, they start to gel a bit more quickly, and we're starting to see some of the benefits of that this year already, and them gelling together. And I like how they're passing to each other, and I just like what I'm seeing so far. Even though this was a loss tonight, I like how they lost. They lost fighting, and they just had a couple of bad plays and a couple of adjustments that they needed to make in order to really um, you know, get over the hump tonight, but they'll get through that sooner than later. Um, so let's see who's next. Jalen McDaniels, 13 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. This is who I was talking about that I liked a lot. 2 from 3, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, 4 for 6 from the field. I'll never forget what I witnessed last year in Jalen McDaniels, man. I really saw a lot in his game. I saw a lot of potential in his play style, man. And I think he has a lot more to offer the team once they're able to be settled more in their roles and the season hits its stride in the next month or so. Because he just has a good skill set, and I think he knows his role pretty well once the team is gelling and flowing and running. And so I'm looking forward to seeing him thrive as a player. And I think he played well tonight as well. He hit some clutch shots, and but I think last year he played even better. So I want to see him play like he played last year, and I think he's on his way to doing that once he gets settled in his role this year with this new team and this new system that they're playing in. Okay, so good game from Jalen McDaniels. Who's next? Ish Smith played a decent game as well. 10 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. I think Ish played aggressive, and I think he just wasn't able to find his shot as much as he's been finding it throughout these other 3 games. But he stayed aggressive, and I like how he's being playing aggressive. I think his speed is obviously his biggest asset for the team. I just want to see how he continues to combine his passing with his scoring. Um, and I just like how he's playing, though. I like how he's playing, and I'm looking forward to seeing him develop. Point blank, period. Now let's get to the big honcho. Lamelo Ball, 25 points. Wait, did I cover everybody? Yeah, I covered everybody. Lamelo Ball, 25 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 7 for 14 from the three, 7 threes, man. 7 for 14 from three, 7 for 19 from the field. I really was proud of LaMelo's game tonight. I think the only adjustments I would make is that I want him to stay consistent when driving that basketball so he can get more foul calls. I want to see him go to the line a little bit more. I know he probably is frustrated because he's not getting the calls that he wants, and I'm not worried about his foul trouble. LaMelo will get through that. He'll figure out how to continue to play defense. I think he's been playing great defense, and I think LaMelo's the type, he gets frustrated when he's getting pulled on and stuff like that. LaMelo doesn't like getting pulled on, and he doesn't like that stuff. He's been pulling people's shirts and shit since he was in school, since he was in high school, man. But he just can't get away with it anymore. But he's been doing that shit since he was in high school, like pulling dragon shirts and pulling niggas in different directions and pushing them off. So, LaMelo's used to that. He's been doing pretty well. Hasn't been doing that too much. So I'm looking forward to seeing him pick his discipline back up. But other than that, I'm not mad at it because, he's playing aggressive playing aggressive, and sometimes you got to push off, But the refs are eyeing him. They're eyeing you, LaMelo. So just and watch how you talk to the refs too, LaMelo, because they're gonna look down on you a little bit if you're young. You talking down on them. So make sure that you're respecting the refs, LaMelo. Play your game. Speak your truth, but just stay aware that the eyes are on you, so they're not gonna let you get away with certain things this year until you get to the season and you've really earned their respect again, because you got to earn it again. You're still a sophomore, and they still haven't forgotten everything they thought about you and the family. There people are becoming cool now, but they're still in the back of their head believe because of their past feelings, and so it's going to take to go away, and that's why you just play a game and keep staying committed to greatness. All right, Bear. All right, Bear. So, but LaMelo played a good game to me. I think he played really well, really clutch. I was really proud of him for stepping up in certain moments. Like I said, he also drove the ball more, which I liked. I saw him driving the ball in important moments, but I want to see him forcing the refs to give him fouls without him trying to make it a foul. I just want to see him force them to give him a foul. And I know he can do it. I know he's strong enough and he's agile enough to get through there. There's some big guys he's going in there with, but he can make it happen. He just has to get back into his 2K style and trusting his flow. And he's finding that slowly but surely. He's getting back into his 2K play and understanding who he is, and that anything is possible so long as he stays humble. You dig what I'm saying? And trust God. You feel me? And trust his work and his talent. And he's gonna do that. And again, LaMelo's gonna. I'm proud of LaMelo because he's doing. I think he's really prioritizing the team success. LaMelo's not just chucking up shots, but he is a volume shooter, and he needs to get his shots up to stay in rhythm. Point blank. Period. He's gonna be an efficient shooter. I think he's pretty efficient as it stands, but very efficient. But he is a volume shooter overall. He needs to be able to shoot the ball when he feels like he wants to shoot it so he can get that rhythm going. And we saw him do that tonight. A couple of them didn't go in towards the end, but he still made some clutch shots. And so I'm proud of him. Obviously he got the foul. He fouled out towards the end. And it's a new day and age when we're saying that LaMelo's defensive presence is being missed a little bit, right? When he gets fouled out. So he has to stay on the court for us. Because I think he's going to get better with this transition defense over time, and we're going to see him get a lot more picks during the game. We're going to see him get some more we're going to start seeing him get consistently, 2 to 3 steals a game. overall. That's what I want to start seeing from Lamelo. I think he has the capabilities of doing that. He just has to find his flow. And like I said, there's some things I can nitpick on James Borrego. Like I said, I think there was like because he likes Ish Smith, and I think Lamelo may have sat for like a minute and a half too long or too early in that third towards that fourth quarter. In that fourth quarter, honestly. Um, but I'm gonna give James Borrego a break. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt right now. Excuse me. I'm gonna give James Borrego the benefit of the doubt right now. He already caught some flack for not playing Lamelo all fourth quarter. And I'm gonna wait and see what he does in these next couple games. I'm not gonna speak out loud. I want to see what he does without no pressure from the outside media, no word of mouth spreading. I don't want to even put it in the universe. I just want to see what James Borrego does in these next couple games because I like how he regulated this game though and gave Lamelo the chance to close the game out like he should because Lamelo has to be able to get into these moments and make those clutch shots, but also not get fouled out and also have to so that he can be in the game more. And I think Lamelo was a little tired towards the end of that stretch and kind of you know he played well. He played well, and I think the team played well. And I think that I think it was just a tough loss because Jason Tatum was blowing up. Okay, Jason Tatum was snapping all game. All right, and Jason Tatum just pulled up and really pulled in for the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum 41 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, 6 for 12 from three, 14 from 28. I really like Jason Tatum. He's one of my favorite young players. Um, and I think that his potential is limitless. All right. Um, who else? Dennis Schroeder. A lot of people were saying that he made a bad decision going to the Boston Celtics, but I actually think he made a good decision for himself, and I think he fits in nice with that group. And I think he might even stay with them for the rest of his career. It's possible. You never know what can happen, man. The way the league works, and sometimes everything happens in a divine way. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Dennis Schroeder staying there, just like we see Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Marcus Smart. So yeah, Dennis Schroeder 23 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 4 for 9 from three, 6 from 14 from the field. Played a decent game, very strong game for them, and was consistent in a decent present. Jaylen Brown got a really quiet 30 points, except for at the end when he got those two dunks. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it was a real quiet 30 points, but solid 30 points nonetheless. 3 assists, 9 rebounds, 3 from 7 for the three, 12 from 20 from the field. Jaylen Brown, one of my favorite young players as well, because he's from Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm from. And I like the fact that he's on the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum. I think they're a dope pair. And, shout out to them. Grant Williams got a crazy dunk at the end that gave the team a lot of energy. But let's see. I think that's about it. Yeah, those are means. Robert Williams. Sorry, Robert Williams had a crazy dunk, 16 rebounds, not bad at all. Really aggressive and played well. So it was a solid game for the Boston Celtics. Man, they played aggressive all night. And they stayed with the Hornets all night, and they showed their grit and their grittiness and their clutch genes as a team. Because Jaylen Brown was very clutch. Hit a clutch three in the corner, and Jason Tatum was clutch all night. And they had a clutch. They just played well. They just played aggressive. So it was a GG for the Boston Celtics. But I'm not too disappointed in the Hornets. I feel like they just have to make a couple adjustments, and they will overcome these struggles that they had, and they will find a way to ultimately get these wins. And it was a back-to-back game, so they're gonna have to get used to back-to-back since the beginning of the season. Like I said, I think that we're gonna start to really see a separation in the teams in the next 2 months overall. The next month and a half, which means all of November and the rest of December, basically the start of next year, is when we're going to start to see it really get serious. But this is it's all significant because it's the beginning, and this is how you build your chemistry. It's how you build your continuity. This is how you build your rep in the league. You develop your energy, which gives you an advantage no matter what team you're playing against, and it's how you develop your play style together so that you can find a flow in harsh situations like this where you're making small mistakes. They won't happen once you find your flow and know who to go. And so, like, so once the Charlotte Hornets find their flow, they're going to be even better. And so are certain other teams. So it's going to be a really intriguing season this year, no doubt about it. All right. So, but that's it for this breakdown, guys. Really great game that we saw. Unfortunately, the Charlotte Hornets were not able to make history again by getting 4-0, but I believe that they could do it next year, you know? So it's all good. They have a lot more time and a lot more year to make history and a lot more things to make history for. So we're going to be seeing that. And great game from Lamelo. I'm proud of Lamelo. It's a sad loss, so he definitely should take notes and see what he can do better. But you know, and I think that's just making sure that in those days, those moments where he's passing the rock a lot, and he's choosing not to shoot his three. You know what I'm saying? Drive to the basket, LaMelo. Drive to the basket, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I gotta say for this video. Um, and yeah, that's it. So without further ado, guys, like I like to end off the videos. If you are going through depression, suicidal thoughts, dark thoughts, guys, do not give up. The only way is through. Don't give up on your life. Push through. Anything is possible. This too shall pass. I don't care if you only got one lung. As long as you're still breathing, you still got a motherfucking shot, man. Don't give up on life. Don't give up on your passions. Don't give up on your dreams. It only takes one step forward each day, and next thing you know, you're at the top of the staircase. It only takes one brick each day, and next thing you know, you got a whole fucking house. All right? But you got to value those bricks, and you got to value those steps. All right? So without further ado, it's your boy, Kid Max, and I'm out in the cut. Sips tea. Peace and love. See you on the next one. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe button, and check out the rest of these videos. Peace and love, gang. God bless.